Tech, car, and gun fanatics, let's get it. And if this is your first time coming to the channel, we appreciate you coming through. This was one of my most exciting reviews to date, guys. The SIG Sauer P320 Nitron. This is a compact 9mm pistol that looks good and feels great in the hand. It shoots really good, guys. Before we even get started here, I'm gonna show you that there's nothing in the magazine, completely empty. Nothing in the chamber at all right. But before we jump into this review, I want to show you how modular this firearm is. It is extremely modular. All you have to do literally is take out the fire control unit out the lower portion of the frame. So you completely take that out and you can insert it into other exchange kit options. Let me show you some of the options that they have. Right here, guys, you can see that they have, the first option is the exchange kit P320 for the compact size, okay? 9mm is 10 rounds with that mag. You have another exchange kit for the P320. This is the full size, so it's a little bit larger, guys, than the compact size, but it's chambered in 40 auto. And you get 14 round mag that comes with that. The third picture here is another exchange kit, P320. This is for the compact, but guess what? You get some big bang with this one. You get 40 freaking auto, 13 round mag with that one. There's another kit right here that you get for the P320. However, it's in 357 SIG, super sweet, 14 round mag with that one. You got another one here, another exchange kit, P320. It looks like the 357 SIG in this one. I believe this one is for the compact version. And of course, they have a lot of other kits that you can order for this too. That's how freaking awesome this gun is, guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump into the review. All right, you all. So let's open up this case to the SIG Sauer P320 Nitron, which is a striker fire 9mm pistol. And this thing is sweet. Let's open it up here. I was so excited to get this pistol, guys. I had been wanting this for a long time. I was tossing up between the full-size version and this one, and I decided to go with this. So let's go ahead and see what's inside the box here. So starting out, you have 15 rounds of pressure right here. All right, so 15 rounds in this magazine. They give you 2 magazines, have one right there. You have another one here that gives you 15 also. And of course you have one in the chamber accessible to you too. And let's go ahead and check this firearm, make sure it's nothing in here. Nothing at all, nothing at all. All right. Up next, you have your operator's manual, handling and safety instructions, and it is pretty freaking thick. And you have your stickers here. They have some warning information in here also for you. I'm pretty sure it probably has a warranty. You have your SIG Sauer join the NRA. So for the people who rock with the NRA, you have some important membership information right here. And you have some other information here also, which is pretty cool. All right. You have your chamber flag here for safety reasons. You know, if you have kids around or just to store, you have that there. So let's go ahead and look at this dope gun here, guys. All right, so let's do a rundown of the specifications here. Of course, you all know that this is a compact pistol. The length is 7.2 inches. The height is 5.3 inches. And the barrel length, let's look at that. The barrel length is 3.9 inches and it's carbon steel here, guys. So that's pretty cool. The weight is 25.8 ounces. Now I'm going to explain something to you here. The weight is predominantly in the slide. The slide is really heavy. That's something that I noticed about this pistol. The slide is heavy. And then, of course, the lower polymer frame area here is very light. And you'll notice that when you're shooting and things like that. The sights look really good on it. Of course, you have the steel 3-dot contrast sights here. So I'll give you a visual there. That's how it looks for the sights. So you get 3 dots. Some people like to change the color of their dots and things like that. I don't do that. But Putting things on target was pretty easy with this firearm, and I was pretty impressed on how accurate this freaking thing was too. So keep in mind, it is not optic ready. So if you guys are trying to get some kind of red dot or something like that, and you want to instantly install it, you can't with this firearm. However, you might be able to get it milled where you can get one put on there. So drop in the comments below, guys, if you have one of these, and if you have milled it out, let me know. The slides finish is a Nitron finish, and it's kind of like a matte black. So it's really, really cool looking, as you can see. The slide is stainless steel. And of course, you know, I told you about pretty much how chunky the slide is, but I like that look. I like that square look. Some people don't like that, but I love that square look on my firearms. You know, my Glock actually has that square look too, and I really, really like that look. You have some pretty impressive front serrations here. So those are the serrations, and I like to get it a little bit close for you guys so you can see the indentions and how deep they are. And look at that. So these are pretty cool for a lot of people who like to press check, make sure nothing's inside the chamber. And then of course, you know, you can rack it from the rear here, and it gives you a really good grip there. So they did a pretty good job with that. There are no external safeties on the firearm or on the trigger. So keep in mind, you don't get that integrated safety inside the trigger. You don't get that. You just have the curved trigger here, but it is extremely, extremely comfortable. And I'll show you guys that a little bit later in this review. We're also gonna see the pounds per pressure on that trigger also. Of course, right here, you have your slide stop. So pull back on the slide, push up, it stops your slide right there. You have your takedown lever right here too, guys. All right, and I'm about to go ahead and demonstrate and take off the slide for you and show you how this all works in conjunction with each other. On the other side, you do have it where it is ambidextrous. So your slide stop is ambidextrous. It's right there on the other side here. Let's go ahead and take the slide off real quick here. So it's pretty freaking simple, guys. Of course, you keep it in this position with the slide back, slide stop up. All right, once you've done that, pull down on the lever here. And the lever is pretty tough, guys, but just make sure it's facing downwards when you do that, okay? Hold your slide right here with the front serrations, pull down on the slide stop, and just push forward. That's how easy it is. Take that thing off right there. All right, and of course you have your slide right here, guys. You have your slide right here. And right here, you have your guide rod and spring. And if you want to take that guide rod and spring off, all you do simply is just push forward, lift up a little bit, take that off, and here goes your barrel right here. And you have your barrel right there, guys. So that's the barrel slide. All right, when you put it back in, you just set it in appropriately that way. Now, this is the catch to this, and a lot of people get confused with this when they put their firearm back together. When you put it in, make sure that the end of your guide rod here, do not push forward and leave it in this position like that. All right. So this needs to be faced in a vertical position like this. So you want that facing upward like that, and just push back down on it. And then that way you can get the frame back on the slide. All right. So that's how you do that. This firearm, guys, is extremely modular. And when I say modular, man, you can put different lower frames on this, which is pretty cool. So let me show you one of the frames that I ended up getting. One of my subscribers ended up giving me this, well, gifting me this, which was pretty cool. And he didn't know that that was actually my first gift that someone sent to the channel. So that was huge. And he stippled this grip. And if you go to the community section, his information is in the community section if you guys are interested. But he did an amazing job on that. So I do have a lower frame here, which allows me to be able to keep a couple of more rounds inside the pistol also. So extremely modular, easy to take down. I'm not going to take it down, guys, due to YouTube guidelines and all the weird stuff. I don't want to get this video demonetized. So, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the original frame here. And of course, you have your still fire control unit, which is this part right here. And of course, you have your serial number, which is embedded on the side of it too. So, I mean, it's so easy, guys. This takedown lever right here, you literally just kind of wiggle it, pull it out. And when you pull it out, this whole unit, you can just pull up on this whole unit. Now, what I do is I take my finger and I push right here in this area right here, push upward and then pull up on that. And this whole control unit comes right out. And I mean, you can just install it into this one, take that takedown lever out, put it in, put your control unit in, of course, first, takedown lever second, put that in there, your trigger will drop down in there. And I mean, it's just super duper cool, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and put the slide back on. And like I said before, just make sure that that piece right there is vertical, okay? Sitting down on top of your barrel right there. So go ahead, let's put the slide back on. And it's really easy, guys. So you just take it, put the slide back on. Now right here, I noticed a lot of people may get confused. It's just gonna stop. So in the rear end of your slide, you just kind of push down on it, push upward, push up on your slide stop. Once you do that, the slide is right there. Your lever, your takedown lever, you just push up on it and then boom, your slide is back in place. That's how easy that is, guys. As I mentioned, it does have a polymer frame right here. And something I noticed about the polymer frame, one of the cons, guys, over a period of time, it may get a little bit of scratches and stuff like that. But to me, that's really, really not a big deal. So I noticed, you know, you get your little blemishes and stuff like that. But I mean, it just shows a little wear on it, but that's nothing at all. Of course, you have your 1913 accessory rail. And if you all want to look at an O-light here, I'll take it off my Glock, put it on here. Shows you, you know, if you were thinking about getting an O-light, what it looks like. So that's pretty dope. And that's how it looks with that. Of course, some of you guys like rocking the stream lights and things of that nature. You put that on. Some of them may protrude a little bit above your slide in that area there, but you know, some people like that look, so not bad at all. And it also helps when you put that light on for recoil control when you're at the range shooting. Let's take this off, put it back on my Glock here. All right. This trigger guard right here is pretty interesting. So you have some grooves here, right in that area right there. All right, so the trigger guard, but it's extremely comfortable. Now I noticed with this type of trigger guard, it's some guys that I go out to shoot with and some guys online, I noticed they don't shoot like I do as far as hand placement. So they use their index finger in this area, and I found that pretty interesting. And for them, I think they're able to control the recoil a little bit better. So hand placement like right here is what I usually do in this position. All right, but I noticed some of my friends, they'll take their index finger and put it right there. So it's pretty interesting, and they'll hold it right there in that grooved area if it does have grooves in that trigger guard. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so let's look at the magazine release button on this thing. The magazine release button protrudes a lot, not a big deal, which is pretty awesome. It is reversible, so it is not ambidextrous, but it is reversible if you need to switch it to the other side, guys. All right, so now it's time to look at the trigger here. Of course, I talked about how it has a curved trigger and it is extremely comfortable to shoot, but we want to know the pounds per pressure on this bad boy. So let's go ahead and look at that. I'm going to go ahead and get the trigger scale here. All right, so I have it. We're going to go ahead and crank it up, get it ready. There we go. All right, now first things first, keep in mind, guys, when you're trying to take the slide off, you need to take the magazine out. You want to take the magazine out for this to work, all right? So let's go ahead and rack it. We have it racked. We have the trigger scale here. Let's go ahead and make that first pull here. All right, so we have 4 pounds, 7 3.5 ounces. That's the first pull. All right. Second pull. You have 5 pounds, 0.7 ounces. All right. Third pull. You have 3 pounds, 14.5 ounces. And let's go ahead and run the average with the 3. All right, so 4 pounds, 7.6 ounces, guys, for this. So it has a pretty decent trigger on it. And again, it's extremely comfortable with that trigger. All right, so now let's look at the take up and the reset on this trigger. All right, here we go. Take up. That's the wall right there, guys. That's the wall. Break. Reset. Right there. Dope. All right. Do that again. Take up. Right there. That's the wall. Break. Reset. Right there. It's right there. Nice. It does have a little spongy feeling, like right there. It has a little spongy feeling, but it's really, really not a big deal. And you kind of really won't notice it at all when you're at the range shooting. All right, the hand grip is super impressive on this. I can't stress that enough. The hand grip feels so freaking good. And while looking at the hand grip, I want to show you all something. This hand grip is kind of wide, but I like that because when I compare it to my Glock 45, which has a longer hand grip, but as far as the width, look at that. So it's a little bit wider, but it fits in the palm very, very comfortably. It feels really, really good. And that's something that I noticed about that pistol. It's just amazing when it comes to that hand grip and how comfortable it is. So I like that. You have an interesting texture here, as you can see. So of course you have it on the side. You have it on this side also. In the back of your hand grip, you have that same texture. So it's not a granulated texture, but it gives you enough grip on that hand grip, which is really cool. You have a nice curved beaver tail right there. So it allows you to get a good grip on that firearm, guys. And that slide shouldn't pinch anything in that area because of that beaver and how curved it is. But man, I just can't tell you guys, how comfortable this feels in the hand. It just feels amazingly great in the hand. It really, really does. Keep in mind, SIG has a lot of different models that you guys can choose from, all right? So they have some that look exactly like this firearm, but they're in different sizes. So, of course, this is the compact. You do also have one which is a full size, and that boy looks super mean. The full size look exactly like this. They almost look like twins, but it's just a little bigger. They also have one that looks exactly like this, but it's chambered in 45 ACP. So keep that in mind, guys. If you're doing any shopping, make sure you look around and shop around for the one that works better for you. That's the one that you want to go with. But I chose this one because just in case I do want to conceal it, I still can. And I just love the way this freaking thing look, guys. I don't know if I'm going to put a light on it or not. I may just keep it stock like this, but you never know because I'm always throwing some type of light on my firearms. I have lights on a lot of my firearms, so I might throw one on there. I don't think I'm going to throw a red dot on there at all or get it milled if I can, so I'm not going to do that. But overall, SIG Sauer hit it with this one, guys. They really, really did. They hit it with this one. One little thing, all right? And this is something I also noticed with my Smith & Wesson SD40VE. You get these slide blemishes. From the slide, when you're racking the slide. So right in that area, you can see where it's causing that issue right there. And that's about the only thing. It's nothing major, and you probably can put some touch-up paint in that area, but it's really not a big deal at all. Other than that, This thing is sweet. Again, I would most definitely say out of all my pistols right now, this thing is crazy accurate, and it tripped me out because of how short the slide is, and it's still accurate as hell. This is my first SIG, and they impressed me so much. I will be getting other SIGs to add to the collection. All right, guys, so let me know if you have a SIG Sauer. What type of SIG Sauer do you have? Do you enjoy shooting your SIG Sauer? Are there things you don't like about your SIG Sauer? And drop it in the comments below. All right, guys, so I appreciate you watching the video to the end. Why wouldn't you go pick up a SIG Sauer P320 Nitron? Why wouldn't you do it? They have so many options. You can literally have two pistols up under $1,000 because of how modular it is. Seriously, that's crazy, and that's of good value, guys. So please like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification bell so when I roll out the latest videos, you'll be able to receive them. And I want to give a super big shout out to all my Fanatic members on the channel, guys. You guys are super special. I appreciate the support. And I also appreciate the people who comment, like the videos, and also people who subscribe to the channel. Remember, I'm not from this planet.